Have you ever moved into a new home and felt like you weren't alone, like something was already there, watching you? Today, we're diving into a chilling story where the real terror isn't just the ghosts, but the secrets we carry within ourselves. Things Heard and Seen is a haunting 2021 Netflix horror thriller starring the talented Amanda Seyfried. But this isn't just a regular ghost story. It's based on the novel All Things Cease to Appear by Elizabeth Brundage, a book filled with eerie mysteries and deep, dark human flaws. The movie masterfully blends supernatural elements with the slow, painful breakdown of a marriage. Behind the flickering lights and ghostly whispers lies betrayal, lies, and hidden truths. And here's something most people don't know. The movie's deeper horror comes from real historical beliefs about spirits and the afterlife, based on ancient Swedenborgian teachings, not just your typical haunted house tale. In this video, we'll break down the story in simple, easy steps. We'll uncover the secrets hidden in the walls of the farmhouse. We'll reveal how the characters' darkest choices invite both human and ghostly revenge. And we'll talk about why this movie is much more than a horror film. It's a tragic story about love, loss, and unseen forces. Stay with us till the end, because we'll also uncover some hidden details and lesser-known facts that even big fans of the film might have missed. Welcome to Movies Review, where we bring you deep dives into unforgettable films. If you love movies, mysteries, and stories that make you think twice, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a journey into the unknown. Let's get started. In the haunting opening moments of Things Heard and Seen, we are transported to 1980s New York, a time of significant cultural and social change. Catherine and George, a seemingly perfect couple, make a significant life shift when they leave their fast-paced life in Manhattan behind for a quiet, rural farmhouse nestled in the tranquil Hudson Valley. This move is not just physical, it's symbolic. The bustling streets of New York, where they were once part of the crowd, are replaced by wide-open fields and a cold, imposing house. The serene countryside seems to offer a fresh start, but as Catherine soon realizes, it holds more than just peace and quiet. There's an underlying unease that grows as the story unfolds. George secures a position teaching at a local college, a move that should promise stability, but it quickly becomes clear that the idyllic rural life doesn't come without its own set of challenges. Catherine, far from finding solace, feels increasingly isolated and unsettled by her new surroundings. The farmhouse, once a symbol of a fresh beginning, soon begins to feel like a prison. The isolation takes a toll on Catherine's mental state, creating a sense of growing dread. As she navigates her new life, her sense of discomfort intensifies, especially as the house itself seems to come alive with dark, supernatural forces lurking just beneath the surface. As Catherine struggles to adjust to her new life, the farmhouse begins to reveal its disturbing secrets. One of the first clues comes when Catherine discovers an old Bible tucked away in a corner of the house. Inside, she finds a family tree with names marked with a chilling label, Damned. This discovery sets the stage for the eerie atmosphere that will consume the house. As Catherine delves deeper into the house's history, she begins to sense an ominous presence lurking in the shadows. At first, it's subtle. A cold draft here, a flicker of movement there, but it quickly becomes undeniable. Catherine finds an antique ring in the attic, and inexplicably, she begins to wear it. It's as though the ring is pulling her into the house's dark past, drawing her closer to something she can't yet comprehend. Meanwhile, their daughter, Franny, experiences a chilling encounter of her own. She claims to see a female spirit in the house, an apparition that terrifies her. Franny's fear only adds to Catherine's growing anxiety. In desperation, Catherine hires Eddie and Cole, local brothers with a reputation for doing odd jobs around the house. They become a small but significant part of the story, helping Catherine with repairs, but inadvertently becoming involved in the unfolding mystery as they, too, become aware of the house's supernatural presence. While Catherine grapples with the increasingly strange happenings in the house, her marriage to George begins to unravel. As their relationship grows strained, the tension is heightened by George's secret life. George embarks on an affair with Willis, Eddie's cousin, further complicating the dynamics between him and Catherine. This infidelity threatens to expose cracks in their already fragile relationship. To make matters worse, George's professional integrity begins to crumble. It's revealed that he forged a recommendation letter to secure his teaching position at the college. This revelation only deepens Catherine's suspicions about her husband's character and intentions. As the web of lies grows, Catherine uncovers another betrayal. George has been passing off his cousin's paintings as his own. The discovery devastates her, and the trust that once bound them together begins to erode. As George's lies spiral out of control, Catherine, now feeling emotionally isolated, begins to find solace in Eddie. An affair with him is the inevitable consequence of her search for comfort, leading to further complications in their already turbulent marriage. As the story continues to unravel, the supernatural elements in the farmhouse escalate. Catherine, desperately trying to make sense of the strange occurrences, participates in a séance, hoping to communicate with the spirit world and gain some understanding of the malevolent forces in their home. During the séance, the presence of Ella, a benevolent spirit, is revealed. Ella, seemingly harmless, offers Catherine some comfort in the midst of the chaos. However, it doesn't take long before a much darker presence begins to reveal itself. Floyd, George's department head, becomes aware of the disturbing energy in the house and senses the presence of a far more sinister spirit lurking in the shadows. The tension mounts as the events in the house become more dangerous. Meanwhile, Justine, George's colleague and Catherine's confidant, discovers George's affair and confronts him. This confrontation leads to a series of violent events, with Floyd meeting a tragic end and Justine falling into a coma. As the supernatural events intensify, the line between the living and the dead blurs, and it becomes increasingly difficult to discern who or what is in control. The tension in the farmhouse reaches its peak in a devastating climax. Catherine, unable to take the torment any longer, plans to leave George and take Franny with her. However, George, consumed by his own darkness and desperation, takes drastic action. In a shocking and brutal act, George drugs and murders Catherine with an axe. He stages the scene to make it appear as though she died in an accident, all while taking their daughter Franny to his parents' home, attempting to erase the evidence of his crime. But Catherine's spirit, not willing to rest in peace, refuses to be silenced. Along with the spirit of Ella, Catherine's presence is revealed to Justin, who uncovers the truth about George's actions. In a poetic and tragic twist, George attempts to flee, but meets his end in a fiery inferno on a boat. A death that mirrors a painting Catherine had seen earlier in the film, symbolizing the inescapable consequences of his actions. The film ends with a haunting sense of closure as Catherine's spirit finally finds peace, and George faces the consequences of his violent, deceitful life. At its core, Things Heard and Seen explores profound themes of isolation, betrayal, and the supernatural. The film delves into the fragile nature of relationships, particularly through the lens of George and Catherine's troubled marriage. The farmhouse itself plays a symbolic role in the narrative, representing both a sanctuary and a prison. While it initially offers the promise of a fresh start, it ultimately becomes a place of entrapment for Catherine, both emotionally and spiritually. The film also incorporates Swedenborgian concepts of spirits and the afterlife, drawing on ideas about the nature of the soul and the consequences of earthly actions on the afterlife. These themes add layers of depth to the film, making it not just a tale of horror, but a meditation on love, loss, and redemption. The symbolism embedded in the farmhouse and the spirits that haunt it creates a chilling backdrop for the emotional and supernatural drama that unfolds. Things Heard and Seen has received mixed reviews from critics and audiences alike. While many have praised the film for its atmospheric tension and the performances of its cast, especially Amanda Seyfried's portrayal of Catherine, others have found fault with the pacing and the overall cohesion of the plot. Some viewers have been captivated by the blend of psychological thriller and supernatural horror, while others felt that the film lacked focus and struggled to balance its multiple genres. Despite these criticisms, Things Heard and Seen remains an intriguing and thought-provoking watch, particularly for those who enjoy slow-burn horror with deep emotional and supernatural layers. The film may not be perfect, but it offers a unique exploration of dark secrets and the ghosts that haunt us, both literally and figuratively. Of course, here's your conclusion section, written in the same natural, simple, and slightly suspenseful style, perfect for a faceless YouTube video. In the end, Things Heard and Seen is not just a ghost story. It's a chilling look at a marriage haunted by lies, betrayal, and the weight of the past. The movie wraps its horror in quiet moments, creaking floors, flickering lights, and silent glances filled with secrets. While it didn't receive universal praise, it still offers something special for viewers who love slow-burning, psychological thrillers. It's not about jump scares or fast action. It's about the deep, hidden rot beneath a picture-perfect life, and how sometimes the real evil isn't the spirits we fear, but the people we trust the most. With its moody atmosphere, strong performances, and eerie sense of dread, Things Heard and Seen stands out as a unique entry in the horror genre. If you enjoy movies that mix the supernatural with real human darkness, this one is definitely worth a watch. Before you go, if you enjoyed this deep dive into Things Heard and Seen, please give this video a like. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Movies Review, for more honest reviews, hidden details, and full movie breakdowns you won't find anywhere else. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.